Hi travelers, Ronnie here. I received some messages asking me how I planned my Christmas market trip. It was 10 days and 7 Christmas markets. A lot of fun. I do have a strategy and I'm going to share that with you. It's not Christmas market specific. It can be used for any multi-city travel agenda, but there is a basic outline with some wiggle room, and I've been doing this for decades and it works. I have tried to wing it a couple of times with tragic consequences, which I will say for another video. But with this, the first step is to find your inspiration. That'll guide your route. So here's my inspo for this example trip. I've wanted to go to the Christmas markets in Europe for many years. So when I saw the Italian Christmas train that goes from Rome to Munich, I was very excited. But when I did the research, I discovered that the towns that the company was advertising as stops just stopped for a few minutes to pick up people along the way. It was not an on-off train trip. I knew it was a great route, but I wanted to spend time in all of the Christmas markets along the way, so I planned my own itinerary. Stay tuned and I'll show you how exactly I did it and how you can use this method to plan your own trip. The original Christmas train starts in Rome at midnight and arrives in Verona in the morning. It does make a stop there and also in Trento and Bolzano in Italy, then Innsbruck in Austria, but only to pick up passengers. The final stop is at the Munich Christmas market, but all of these stops along the way also have their own beautiful Christmas markets, so why bypass them? Now that I've got the main Christmas market towns pinned, I'm going to start adding in additional towns tentatively that are also on the train line. I do really want to go to Venice. I've never seen it during Christmas, and I especially want to go to the Murano glass blowing factory and buy my annual Christmas ornament. I do buy a new ornament every year that represents a year I've had. My mother started this tradition when I was young, and I've continued it. It's very nice to see your life's progression in ornaments. It did turn out to be my first stop, and I'll be posting a video of the glass factory soon, so please look for that. But by looking at this map, it would seem the most logical town to fly into and out of would be the two outliers. So it'll be Venice and Munich, and that would be considered a multi-city trip by the airlines. So let's see how that works. Okay, so I am in Google Flights, and the first thing I'm going to do is look at a round trip. I'll show you why. I will put in New York. I'm putting in only the city because it'll search all of these airports in New York. And let's go to Venice, Italy. Departure. Let's go to December. And if you put in round trip, it's going to show you what the prices are per day. So on the 5th, it's green because that's the lowest price in December, and that's a very low price. And the further you get, or the closer you get to Christmas, the higher the prices become. I like going early though, to avoid the Christmas rush. And let's go from the 5th to the 15th, which is actually what I did. Done. And then I'm going to search, see what we come up with. So these are the search results for round trip. And this is a very good price, $484. And then they jump immediately to $7. These are some additional prices, depending on how many stops you want to make. If you like layovers, if you do not. Personally, I love layovers. You can get off the plane and walk around. I sometimes do 24-hour layovers so I can see another town, a little bit more fun. But this is what it looks like. So if we want something more convenient, which would be, we're going to choose multi-city. Now, we want to go from then Munich, Germany, back to New York. Let's see what we come up with. That's also a very good price. It's $614 for the entire trip. and also in the 700s. So we then need to make the decision, is spending $200 more better because it's more convenient? Otherwise, you would take the train from Munich back to Venice, which is a 6 to 8 hour trip. And you may want to stop on in other towns on the way back, some that you missed if you have time. But that's the choice you need to make. So now that you know your flight schedule, start an outline and list your anchor towns. Those are the ones on the left column. And those, remember, are your must-see, must-visit places. Start with the date and time of your arrival. Those are at the top. And then your departure at the bottom. Fill in the middle. For example, I know I'll be arriving in Venice on the 5th at 11 a.m. It'll take probably 3 hours to get through customs and get to my hotel in the Grand Canal. I'll drop my things and then go to Venice to St. Mark's Square. Take a lot of video and pictures and see it at night as well. And it was really gorgeous. And I had dinner there. Then I'll go back to my hotel just to sleep. Day 2, I will be visiting the islands of Murano and Burano. And Murano, I'm going to the glass factory. I did do a video of that I'll be posting soon. It was pretty cool. And then my flight out on the 15th, which is at the bottom, I will need to be back there in Venice by the evening of the 14th at the latest. Now, the reason I did, instead of a multi-city flight, I did a round trip is because the multi-city at that particular time was twice as much. And also this gave me more flexibility to do other things. If I wanted to go back, I could see other towns that I missed. And I did actually add another market, and I'll show you that on the next slide. But now everything needs to be filled in. Like I said, in the middle, many towns, Christmas markets only need a half a day to see, and many can be seen during the days. Others should be seen at night, so plan around that. The next step is putting in the additional towns that you'd like to see and doing your research. So I've got a list here of the anchor towns that we just discussed, and then some of the additional towns that I really would have liked to see. I did the research to see how long it would take to get from one town to the other, and then decide where the best place to spend the night is. Some things start to get cut, obviously. Treviso, which is 1 hour north of Italy, is beautiful, but it's similar to Venice, so I decided to skip that. And I really wanted to see Lake Garda. The decorations, I've never seen it during Christmas either. But I found out that the ferries don't run during the winter, which for me is the best part. So I decided to schedule that for another time, which left me with the original schedule of getting into Verona early and spending 24 hours because it's a great destination. You get the picture. I also routed the trip so that anything could be revisited on the way back. And lastly, I did add another city. I added Salzburg. So after Munich, I went to Salzburg, gorgeous, and then back to Vienna. So this is how my trip looked. Now, if you're driving, beware of Italy's ZTL zones. These are areas you cannot drive with a car, and there are many of them. Sometimes you won't recognize the signs, and you will get a fine maybe 3 months to a year later after you've arrived home. Beware. Final step, step number 6, is how to find your hotel room. I have a method for that as well. I'm in Verona here, and I come in on the train. You'll see the train station at the bottom here. And you want to find a hotel room close to the train station, but not too close. Maybe 5 to 10 minutes away. If you get any closer than that, it does get a little bit seedy. But once you walk 5 to 10 minutes, it's generally a pretty nice area. So you'll see here I marked the hotel that I chose, Hotel Firenze, and this whole street here from the hotel up to city center Verona is really nice. It's full of shops and restaurants and very vibrant, beautiful area. And then the arena is right here as well, and that's where they will be holding some of the Winter Olympics next month. So enjoy your trip. I hope you found this information useful. If you have any questions, please leave them below in the comments.